Well guys, the time is finally here. I've been waiting to start this project for several months now. I've been kind of working around and finally have everything I need. Finally kind of slowed down with the race schedule, and I've got a race this weekend, but it's not a every weekend kind of thing now. So I kind of have time to start this, so I couldn't wait any longer. And it's time to start lifting the wagon. I got all the kit here from Ben. He got all the stuff to me. It looks great. I started a little bit of prep work. I installed some ball joints and did a little bit of stuff. I mean, the wagon, I did so much work to it last night. When I show you how much work I've done, it's going to blow your mind, because I put in some work last night and I took the tires off. And that took at least 3 hours. Tonight I just want to go over a scope of what I'm going to do and what I'm thinking about while I'm tearing down this wagon, and how this video series is going to be set up, because this is going to be a series of videos. It's not going to be just a one how-to video. I thought about it. I want to do like a vlog series of me figuring out what parts go where, getting everything lined up. Eventually just one video of saying how to install Ben's 6-inch lift kit for your Civic Wagon. So the start of Wagon 3.0, what I really want to do, several examples. I'd like to pull the motor. I probably won't do it right now because I'm going to be really antsy to drive it when I get the lift on there. Little things like the viscous coupler. My viscous coupler is just not working. I think it's really low on fluid. I think some of the fluid leaked out. I have noticed puddles of like the viscous, that fluid. It's got a different consistency than other fluids, and I have found some of that on the garage floor in the last year or so. So I think it's low on fluid. I think it leaked a little bit out. I do want to take that out and take some measurements, and I got a project I'm working with that. Other stuff I want to do, I've got stuff laying up here on the shelf. I've got these rock lights I want to put in the fenders. I want to go through and power wash all the inner fenders out and spray paint those and get those all cleaned up, because there's a little bit of rust where I got from beating all the fender wells out. I want to clean that up. More checklist stuff. I want to go ahead and take the fenders off, take the hood off, take the front bumper, all that stuff off. I'm probably going to leave the fenders off for a little bit while I'm doing this and doing the fitment. A little bit because I want to rethink some stuff. I am going to take this off and redo it. I'm going to have Justin weld me up a new snorkel, and I'll take the measurements and figure all that stuff out for the new snorkel. But I'm going to have him build me a new snorkel, and I'll install it, and I'll do a video on that. But I like the snorkel, but the way it sits, I'm just not a huge fan of it. It's, it sits too far out the pillar there, and I'd like it to rest more on the pillar than come up. Just a preference thing, and I kind of ordered this on a whim just to see if I can make it work. Of course, redo the fender flares so they're destroyed. Besides that, you can see the kit here, and I'll go over the kit in more detail when it gets time to it, when I actually start putting stuff on. And I want to redo some pictures of it and get all that done, and there's a little bit of everything I want to do. I think while it's apart, I'm going to go ahead and redo the radiator. I've got a new tucked radiator right here. Yeah, it's out of a VW Rabbit, and it tucks actually underneath the core support. You got to do a little bit of fabricating, and I think I'm going to go ahead and run that and go ahead and set that up. Relocate the battery. There's a pretty big list of stuff that I just want to take care of the wagon while it's apart. This video, I just kind of want to go over what I'm going to be doing exactly. So tonight, I'm just going to go ahead and start taking apart the knuckles, start dropping those. I probably won't get too far into it because it's almost 8 o'clock. I did work all day today, but I'm antsy and I want to get this thing started, and I want to start the content on here. And also, a short little note, I think for November, I'm going to start doing a daily dash video. I don't know. I've been thinking about doing that for the last month of before I get married. It's not so much that you guys want to see me every single day, but there's certain historical parts of my life that I want to remember. And this story time when I would turn 30, the very last day of my 20s, I spent the whole day just reflecting, thinking back on my 20s and making sure that there wasn't anything that I missed, there wasn't anything that I left out. I wanted to make sure that I was ready to go in my 30s and I had the right mindset for it. And I wanted to make sure that the checklist for my 30s was ready to go. And so far, 30s, they've been more than I could ever imagine. This has taken off I'm engaged to be married. I'll be married in a month. It's been fantastic. So I want to use this last month to kind of reflect on what I've done to build myself up to this point to get married. What all I've taken care of, what I've accomplished, what I've kind of set myself up for, because it's been a very important time for me. But anyway, I won't get into that here. I'll start talking about it a little bit in my daily if I just ended up doing that. Anyway, we'll start tearing apart the wagon. Well, it's getting kind of late, so I just went ahead and finished up this side. Pretty much everything's removed. All the strut, the knuckle, caliper, all that stuff. I went ahead and changed out the tie rod because it comes with all those new grease certs and new end and all that stuff. I needed that anyway. So I bought all that stuff that came with the kit with the new ball joints for the knuckles. We'll go ahead and leave this up here because this isn't going to change. The upper control arm. Tomorrow I'll probably go ahead and finish up this side. Whereas I haven't got to this side yet, I haven't touched this side, and it still has everything still attached. Kind of took my time tonight just disassembling it, not in a real big rush, just kind of pedaling and listening to some Joe Rogan podcast and just relaxing. So it's starting to come along though, guys. I'm excited to see how it goes. I'm going to cut this in short. Nothing super exciting, just disassembly stuff. So start getting the meat of this stuff for too long, but I'm going to go ahead and call it for tonight. So I will see you guys tomorrow.